Welcome to my messy kitchen. All that matters is that I can reach my coffee maker. Nope. All out. No surprise there. Oh, the sound of happiness. Yes. Gotta get every last drop. All right, let's do this thing, shall we? Yeah. It'll be so cute. This is Roxy, if you don't know her. We love this girl. So last week was our 2.5-year-old spring break because apparently kids in daycare in Florida also get spring break. I realized that it's more for the teachers and they absolutely have earned it. So totally get it. But that does mean that we were on spring break last week as well. And we decided to go out to Colorado Springs. Now, why Colorado Springs at spring break, might you ask? The reason we actually went is because we are going to be moving to Colorado Springs in June. Yep. So I recently got an 11-month teaching gig, so just a 1 academic year teaching rotation. And so I'm going to be teaching engineering to undergraduate students in Colorado Springs starting in June. So pretty excited about it. So last week was our 4-day trip, the only trip that we planned to take to Colorado Springs before we move. So in 4 days, the plan was to find a daycare and to find housing. Well, Jared had done a ton of research, but I've got to tell you that we drove into the area straight from the airport. And I was like, this is not what I thought it would be. And so, that was something. I will say it was the very first time that we had ever been to Colorado Springs. We accepted this job without ever having visited, which is, bold move. But yeah, we got there and we just we're a little thrown off, I would say. The first 2 days that we were there of our 4 days, we did a ton of driving. And let me just tell you, we took our toddler with us. Take your toddler in a car to just drive around through neighborhoods for 2 days straight and they're gonna lose their mind. It happened. We were not okay by the end of day 2 and I had an absolute meltdown and I was just like, what have we done? Should we be here? What is this? So that night I talked to Jared and I was like, I don't even want to talk about any of this anymore. I don't want to be hunting for a neighborhood or whatever. Let's just have fun tomorrow. Can you just plan us something tomorrow that's just nothing but fun? That's what we did. So on day 3, we went to the zoo with Ollie. It was the very first time our toddler had ever been to the zoo. It is a zoo that starts at 6,000 feet elevation and it is on the side of a mountain. So literally you go see the giraffes and then you walk up the mountain a little bit more and you see the elephants. See all of these animals that our kiddo had never seen in person and he was just yelling the names of the animals and telling the animals what they should do. It was by far the cutest thing ever. If you looked in the other direction, because you're on a mountain, you get to see all of Colorado Springs, and it was just this really, really cool view of the entire area. Highlight, definitely feeding the giraffes and seeing penguins. Penguins were super close, and we got to see a wallaby literally just jump on the sidewalk in front of us. So only mildly terrifying, but amazing. So we did that, and then we went and ate at this really, really cool old elementary school called the Ivy School that was converted into a food hall. Ate some great food, and then we got back into the car, and our kiddo passed out so that we could drive around town now without being worried about driving our toddler crazy. That time, I feel like, maybe I was just refreshed or something like that, but we were able to drive around and kind of pinpoint a neighborhood. Felt like it could be a right fit for us. I think the big reason that we were kind of thrown off by Colorado Springs is it wasn't quite as walkable as we thought that it would be if you were not downtown. This is going to sound silly, but I can get by if I can walk to a coffee shop. I don't think any of us are surprised by this, but if there is a coffee shop within walking distance, I can live just about anywhere. Oh yeah, so we found a neighborhood that had a bunch of cute little coffee shops that, you know, there were some houses that were potentially within walking distance of them. We got on 2 daycare wait lists. So by the end of day 3, we definitely were feeling better about things. Like I was definitely at peace. We got to do some things that, you know, proved to me that we could have a lot of fun in this area. On the last day that we were there, I actually got to tour the facility that will be my future place of work and meet my soon-to-be boss and coworkers and meet some of the students. And that just kind of sealed the deal. I don't know, I'm really excited to kind of mentor the next generation of engineers entering the workforce in the next few years. And so that's just really exciting to me. So I completed 8 years of schooling in engineering, and not once in those 8 years did I have a female teacher for engineering. And that's kind of crazy to me. Like any of the math and sciences that I took, I don't think any of them were women. Which is just, it still kind of blows my mind a little bit. And so representation does matter. There's gonna be some students in classes that if all they see are, you know, people that don't necessarily look like them, they might feel like they, you know, shouldn't enter that field. And so I'm excited to stand in front of a classroom of men and women and them be able to see that, you know, women can be engineers too. Not that they necessarily don't know that, but that they would just like really see it and it not be a shock whenever they get into the workforce. And so just to really encourage people that are looking into engineering that there are a lot of fun possibilities with the career and that diversity in the field does exist and that it matters a lot. And while I was touring the facilities, Jared took our kiddo to a kids museum and I got to see all the pictures later. Super precious. And then we actually drove on our way to the airport. We drove through this wildlife area where we got to see bison just like walking on the side of the road. So that was very cool. Again, a little terrifying, but amazing. Overall, leaving Colorado Springs and, you know, that area, I think that I left feeling really encouraged about our year there, but given that we are leaving this area and people that we love a lot, we've found community here, our families are close here. It makes this move bittersweet for sure. We're gonna miss everyone, but I will say that it is an 11-month gig. You're still stuck with us and we're excited just for all the opportunities that our futures hold and where this little adventure to Colorado Springs is gonna take us. And I can't even begin to fathom how cute it will be for my toddler to snowboard. So we'll definitely be sharing some cuteness like that. If you are enjoying these videos, I would greatly appreciate you potentially subscribing, liking this video, commenting. Let me know what you think. Your feedback's really valuable to me and I'm just really happy and honored that you're here. So see you guys next time. Can you guys believe that I pretty much went the entire video without actually drinking this coffee? Maybe I'll work on that for next video to make it feel a little more real, because I would look down at the coffee a little bit and be like, I'd really love a sip of this coffee, but do people really want to see me sip my coffee while on a YouTube video? I don't know. So here we go, sipping it now. See you next time.